Hello everyone, I am Surrender the Awesome and I'm back, and I'm ready to look at some more r/OhNoConsequences. But before I get started, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and if I can't convince you, perhaps this picture of my cat will convince you. And random fact about my cat society is that they send people who file their taxes correctly to the gulags. And also before I get started, don't forget to check out my other channel, Surrender Reviews, where I do video game, movie, and show reviews, and I'll leave a link in the description down below. And without further ado, let's get into this. So this first post here says, our OP receives a message from the family her fiance went no contact with. They covered for fiance's cheating ex and wanted to reconcile. And this person here says, my fiance's estranged family reached out to me and asked me for help in fixing their relationship with him. Me, 28 female, and my fiance, 34 male, have been together for 4 years now. He was in a previous marriage before we met that ended in divorce because his ex-wife had a long-term affair. During their marriage, my fiance was diagnosed with cancer and went through a very tough battle. During that time, his family found out that his wife was cheating on him through a third party, and they didn't tell him because he was very sick. They basically hid the truth from him and let his ex-wife be around him. My fiance thankfully won his battle, and towards the middle of his recovery, his ex-wife came clean because she felt guilty, and she told him that she wanted to come clean before, but his family convinced her to keep quiet about it for his sake. My fiance felt betrayed by both his wife and family, and when he got better, he divorced and eventually moved away from the city he, his ex-wife, and his family lived in. He very rarely speaks to his family, maybe 2 to 3 times a year, and they tend to be very short and superficial conversations. His relationship with his family is very strained and practically non-existent. I've never met any of his family members for the entire time we've been together. They haven't come to visit, and he hasn't come to visit them. Today, I received a message from Facebook from what seems to be his older sister. I have no idea how she found me, but it seems she knows about my fiance and I being engaged. Long message short, she asked if I could help reunite my fiance and his family. She talked about them maybe flying to our city and asked if I could somehow get my fiance to meet them. I haven't responded to her, I don't know if I should. She explained why they didn't tell him about his cheating wife. According to her, they didn't want to bring any more pain and suffering, which I somehow get. I'm not saying what they did was good, or that I agree with it, or would do something like that. I also very much get and respect how my fiance feels about the whole thing. Even before the whole cheating thing, my fiance said that he has had other problems with his family in the past. It seems he always had a difficult relationship with his family. Basically, I wanted to ask, what do you guys think I need to do? Do I try to help them, or do I just ignore his sister's message? I think that sometimes in life, we might need others to encourage us into doing something that we don't want to, because it could ultimately benefit us down the road. But at the same time, we shouldn't push/force people into doing just anything. Edit. I am going to tell him about the messages regardless. He is coming home later this evening, and that's when I'll tell him. I just wanted to beforehand get advice on whether I should encourage him to reconsider the situation if he says he initially doesn't want to, or should I not say anything if he says no and drop it forever? Personally, yeah, I think what OP is doing is correct, and yeah, I do say that that was kind of crappy of what the parents did. I do understand why they did it, but yeah, they should probably really see it from their son's perspective. Anyways, this person here goes on to say, thanks for all the advice, I really appreciate it. I showed my fiance the message, which was something that I was always going to do. He wasn't home when I received it, and I was waiting for him to get home. He read it, and we ended up having a long conversation after that. He told me more about his relationship with his family members. I already knew, since a long time ago, that his parents had passed away when he was young, which made his upbringing hard. As an adult, he became the most accomplished member of his family, and kind of took care and helped his siblings. And I knew that they took advantage of him numerous times, and he told me a few stories in the past, but he ended up telling me other ones that made me thankful that we don't have to include them in our lives. My fiance ended up responding to her from my account and signed the message with his name. His sister replied with a very long message, followed by an audio recording accusing me of trying to keep him away from them and calling me a selfish gold-digging witch. My fiance and I listened to her audio together, and he wanted to respond to her, but I convinced him that it wasn't worth it and that she probably wanted a reaction. I guess it's safe to say that I'm definitely not meeting his family, or at least his older sister. Anyway, again, thanks for the help. Okay, for this one, I'm gonna probably give this like a 50 out of 50. Yeah, I really don't think insulting OP is gonna really make OP's fiance change his mind or anything like that. And plus, I think maybe they probably want money, as some people in the comments say. And, okay, I get why they would probably maybe want to hide the fact that OP's ex did, in fact, cheat on him while he was battling cancer, but I feel like that's kind of a crappy thing to do, if I'm being perfectly honest. And I really feel like you should probably maybe contact OP's fiance yourself if, you want to restart a relationship, and probably should maybe understand when things are not gonna go your way. But other than that, I think with that, that's gonna do it for today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Imagine, if you will, sitting down to your morning coffee, turning on your home computer to read the day's newspaper. Well, it's not as far-fetched as it may seem.